So the Trabant's been sat for 2 years. I'm draining the old fuel out of it now. It wouldn't start on the fuel it had, but it had a full tank when I parked it up, and it's diminished to not very much in the tank now, which makes me think it's probably bad fuel what is in there. Where are we at? There is quite a bit in there. A couple of milk bottles, I think. So hopefully, if I dilute it enough, I should be able to put some fresh in and maybe get it to start, hopefully. I haven't checked the spark plugs or anything yet. Made sure we've got spark. I've noticed that the seal here is in need of replacement. It's gone all sort of expanded and floppy. So that's going to need going over as well. And maybe that's where all the petrol evaporated from, because I don't think it leaked out. So let's leave this milk bottle to fill up. Why? I mean, come on. That's got to be on purpose, hasn't it? The rest of it looks great. Uh-oh, milk bottle fell off. It's getting quite full. Maybe time to employ a different milk bottle. Okay, so in the end we drained 7 litres out. Or, yeah, that's right, isn't it? 7 litres, 2.5 and 4.5. So I have refitted the fuel line. I'm going to have a quick go at starting it. I'm not sure, I did charge the battery last week, but I'm not sure the actual state of it. There's the charger still in there. If I can get it started, it's getting a bit dark now, but I can move it to the garage in the next few days. It's a little bit cold for it at the moment. Right, let's see about starting. Okay, it does turn over, that's good. A bit of choke. As well, a couple of good blasts. I haven't checked it for spark, but we can hope. Oh, it's going to go bang. That smokes my breath, by the way, that you can see. Half choke, it used to like half choke. Oh, big bang. You see me flinch then. Does like to backfire. No, right, okay. Power off. We'll try again when I've got more time. Set someone's dog off barking now as well with the bang. So today is hopefully the day when the Trabant moves to its new home. I've had a brief go at getting the engine started. I didn't have time to do a proper job at cleaning the fuel system out, so it's going to have to be towed and then pushed, I believe. It isn't under cover at the moment. I left the cover off when I was doing the engine work on it about 2 weeks ago, something like that, and then it rained, so I didn't want to put it away wet, so it's been not particularly good weather ever since, really. So unfortunately it's been not covered during that time, but I want to hurry up and get it under cover because it isn't quite watertight, basically. I believe the way it's getting in is the seal around the top of the roof here is leaking, and it's getting inside the A-pillar and inside the frame, and it started, I don't know if you can see under there, Not really, can you? It's been rusting out under here. That's a problem that's been ongoing for a while, but not having it covered up hasn't helped in the slightest. So the plan is drag it out with the wife's van and then either push it to its new home or perhaps drag it with the Clio, use that as a tow car. But the first job, because these gates were put on afterwards and because there's an overlap here, I was going to put a hinge section on the bottom of there so it folds up and then the gate opens flush, but at the moment it only opens to there, which isn't much good. So I'm probably just going to take this gate off. So that's job one. So the gate was only opening, I don't know if you can see it because the camera's facing the wrong way, there we are. The gate was only opening that far so I couldn't get to the screws, but now I've cut that bit away. More screw access. In fact, I might not have to take it off at all. That's better, I might just be able to do that. I'm inside the Trabant now. Here it is, not seen it for a while. Here's another problem, condensation up here. You see all the water droplets all over the place. I'm going to wipe that down before I move the car because it's going to end up just dripping everywhere. It's already on my head. Oh, it's all leaking off. Don't drip. Too fast, wasn't I? Come on. So hopefully being in a garage should negate this a little bit. The lining on the inside of the Duraplast is a bit damp there, like wrinkled up. Let's hope it dries nice and straight again. But all this can't help because the roof being curved, I don't know how much of this you can see, but there's like a channel. There's wiring in there, or at least on the other side there is, and it goes straight down the B-pillars and I think into the sills. I saw on YouTube, I've been watching a lot of Trabant videos recently to get me in the mood, and Seaside Garage has been doing a P600 I think, or maybe 500, one of the earlier ones, and he did the suspension on it, taking the rear trailing arms off, and as he undid the bolt a load of water came out of the chassis, and I imagine this is how that got there. So all in all, even though it's been under a Trabant fitted tarp thing cover designed specially for that, I know it hasn't for the last fortnight, it still doesn't do it any good being outside, and it's more than it deserves to be inside. But I've been on the waiting list for a garage for 9 years, so I've finally got one now. And just to make room on the driveway, I put the Clio in it because I couldn't get this started, so we're going to swap them over. Right, that is now still moist to the touch, but it's not actually literally dripping into the upholstery. Fancy. Somewhere in amongst all this crapola is a tow rope. Right, so I've got a tow rope. I've spotted a bit of a problem though. Under here. No towing eye. So I'm going to have to do something, maybe attach it to the suspension or something. I don't like that very much. We'll have to see. I won't be attaching it to this exhaust mount, partly because it's not designed for that and partly because it's nearly falling off. So I need to work something out. Towing it is then. So a quick Google on towing eyes on the rear of Trabants didn't bring anything up, so I've come up with my own solution. Going round the rear swinging arm, I don't know what they're called on Trabants. Well, I think I do know what they're called because I'm pretty sure I just mentioned Seaside Garage saying it earlier, but I've forgotten. That's the sort of quality of person I am. So I'm going to try and tow it like that. Now it's only got to go to the road there, but the brakes are seized on as they do in Trabants when they're standing, so I can't push it even if I just free it off with that. I'm a bit worried about the lateral movement on it. Obviously it's not designed for that, it's designed to go up and down, but hopefully that is a strong enough point that it should be okay. So wish me luck. So I was going to drive in forwards and then reverse tow the Trabant out because it's a this is an empty rear-wheel drive minibus. So I figured it might be better. Well, it's not going to help with traction at all, but it at least might help with me making sure I don't crash the Trabant, since it's just me doing it. But conversely, unlike the Trabant, this only has a towing eye on the back. The front one is a screw-on one and I can't be bothered to find it and faff about, so we're going this way around. Let's get it hooked up. That's as good as it's going to get. I don't even know if the tyres on the Trabant on the other side are pumped up. So minute. Straighten up at that because I'm going to miss the tire. I was rather hoping there'd be a tyre pump in there, but all there is whiskey marmalade made by one of the passengers on the bus I drive, which is nice. The tyres do need pumping up, it should make it easier to roll. It's got uneven tyres on the front and the back because it had a blowout on the A1. So I swapped both back tyres for the original ones rather than these dished ones. These ones are alright because I've been able to maintain them a bit better. And here is the Trabant hole with a robin. It's a shithole, isn't it? I could do to tidy this bit up really. Right, let's find a tyre pump because it's started to rain now. Oh, no dust cap. So plan A was to use an electric tyre inflator, which I can't find unless it's in here. Don't look like it. Plan B was to fill up the compressor and then carry it, but I can't get it out at the moment. So this is plan C. Not bad. What do you think? Oh, the pipes is coming off. Great, it's cross through. This is going well, isn't it? Okay, we'll call that one done. Tried doing the other side. Problem one is it's sprung a leak there, and it's cross-threaded. And problem two is it's now useless. I'm going to have to tow it off, I think. For anyone wondering, this Trabant was a running driving car up until the MOT ran out in January 2021. I then took it off the road because when I had the blowout on the rear wheel, I went to change the tyre and the jack went through the sill. So, well, rather I was jacking it up and the jack was moving into the sill, but the car wasn't lifting up. So I knew then there was something wrong. Since then, I kind of decided that I'm going to do a light restoration on it, fix some of the bigger problems. For example, the top end bearings need changing. I have those, so that'll be coming up in the future. The roof needs resealing. The roof actually comes off as one piece with metal trim around it that you take off, and then you can sort of unbond it from the car. So I'm going to rebond that, and if I'm ambitious enough, I'm going to tackle welding in a couple of bodywork rust spots, one of which is on the inside of the door shut that I've showed you earlier. There's another one near the back window that needs doing. Other than that, there's a couple of little tidying up jobs I want to do to it, and I imagine I'll have to go through the brakes as well, because Trabant brakes are notorious. The slave cylinders tend to seize up if it's stood for any length of time, particularly outside. So hopefully putting it in a garage will sort of prevent that to some extent, but it's kind of a known, expected thing with Trabants really. The main goal of all this is to get it back on the road and to make it a more reliable car to use day to day. I did have it as a daily for a couple of months while the Clio was off the road during COVID, because I couldn't get anywhere to fix it basically. And it did great as my only means of getting to work, but it did break down probably 1 in 5 times I took it out. So if I can fix all the little bits that are worn out and need doing, like clean the carburetor and do the top end bearings and things like that, then hopefully it should be a more usable classic for next year, or possibly the year after, depending how long it takes me. So my plan was to push the car from here to the garage. It isn't that far, but as you can see, it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. So we're going to have to revert to a different plan. risky biscuit because this is a hill, so it may smash into the back of the wife's car. But I think the brakes to sleep on will be right. Okay, you're coming in with me then. Can't really see it there, but I need to put a bit more turn on it now. Close to 4 because we can get it. Lovely. And onwards. It's far better to do this when there's more than one of you, I think. Hey, look at that. Let's straighten her up. So out straight. See how far we can get without having to change it again. Seems to be wandering over to the other side. Yep, it's coming over there. Good job no one wants to use the rain at the moment. Looks slightly more free rolling now, so I'm going to see if I can do Might roll, might not. Be fun finding out. If I slip, I'm going to lose all my teeth. Come on, momentum, keep going. Whew. Well, it's a lot harder work like that. people used to bump start these, but I assume they didn't have the brakes stuck at the time. Now I'm going to tow it. I'm going to block the road for too long otherwise. Where are you going? Phone's gone. Whew. Heading for the verge. You keep wandering off. Let's put more right turn on. Straight up. A bit windy now. Nearly there. Marvellous. Perfect. So here we are in the garage. The plan is to get those out, get that in, and then put the bike back in. So I've got some moving stuff around. I've got to unchain the bike first. the Clio. You need some light, really, don't you? Hang on. There we go. Oh, nice, slightly mouldy steering wheel there. Let's do a Clio cold start. Where can I wedge you? Under there looks good, doesn't it? Let's see if I can wedge you in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, right. You stay there. Well, that's not a good sign. Complete. Fucking hell. So I guess we're pushing this out then, aren't we? Can't even put the fucking windows down, it's so quiet. It's so flat. Why is it so flat? Just drove in here a fortnight ago. Something's drained it. Right, try and push you backwards. That's taking the door off. Oh, this is a bit easier than the... That's not much easier than the Trabant, actually. Are you going to hit there slightly? Right. Rolls disturbingly freely, actually. Want to knock me fucking ladder over with the door. I wonder if I can get the jump leads over at that. Let's try that. Right, slightly suboptimal camera angle here, but I'm using it as a light as well. Right, okay. Negative, positive, negative, positive. Right, okay. So, negative, negative, positive, lift the flaps, sparks, that's good, or is it? Means something's happening at least. Okay, try the restart on this then. That's good, little lights flashing at least. Yes, boy. Let's go it up again just in case. God, what's going on with this Cleveland lens? Oh no, it's condensation in the dashboard. One Clio running. Do these now. Marvellous, right, let's get this thing moved. I'm going to keep it sort of nearby in case I need to use it as a tug for the Clio. Didn't like that noise very much. Felt that in the steering wheel. Ooh. Okay. Let's not go very far at all in it then and see what that was. Right, so unfortunately my SD card was full by the end of pushing it into the garage, but the Trabant is now in its new home, as you can see from this picture. And the Clio is now where the Trabant was, which I haven't had a chance to tidy up yet. So that's that, I guess. The Trabant needs quite a bit of work doing to it, so that's going to be a series in itself. I might do the Comtest first, just purely because it's going to be quicker and easier to get it on the road. But until then, thanks for watching, and let me know if you want a lightly used tyre pump.